Hello there. It's that time of the evening when we take a look at the world weather, which has, of course, been dominated by Hurricane Dorian over recent days. Easy to see why as well when you look at these pictures from the Bahamas. The devastation is clear. Floodwater inundating huge areas, enormous amounts of devastation and destruction. And a lot of that was down to the fact that this storm, which you can see on the satellite picture, really stalled across the northern end of the Bahamas. It stayed in about the same place for a good couple of days. The same areas were just pummeled relentlessly by wind and rain. But the storm has been on the move since then, sliding up the east coast of the USA. It strengthened again a little bit. It was a Category 3 storm earlier on today. And you can see the way in which it is sliding very close to the coastline of the Carolinas towards Virginia. Torrential rain, damaging winds, and also a storm surge which could flood low-lying parts of the coast. So plenty of impacts across this part of the USA. But at least the hurricane is now moving and will continue to move its way northeastwards over the coming days, becoming what we call post-tropical, losing its tropical characteristics, but it may eventually have an impact on the UK weather as we get on into next week. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But the Atlantic, more generally, very active at the moment. We saw Tropical Storm Fernand moving into Mexico. Still some showers from that. Tropical Storm Gabrielle is sitting in the middle of the Atlantic, not expected to make landfall anytime soon, but that could also have an effect on our weather next week. And more cloud gathering off West Africa. That could spin up into our next tropical storm. Now to a different part of the world. These pictures come from Mumbai in India. And here we've seen huge amounts of rain. In the first 4 days of September, Mumbai recorded nearly 400 millimetres of rain. That is more than the average amount of rain for the whole of September. It's all down to the southwest monsoon, southwesterly winds piling moisture in across this part of India, and no real sign of any let-up over the next few days. Now, closer to home in Europe, we've got a weather front diving its way southeastwards across the British Isles during tomorrow. That'll bring some outbreaks of rain. This frontal system here across central Europe actually spinning up into an area of low pressure. And that means if you're heading to the southeast of France, Switzerland, the Alps, Italy, the Balkans, over the next few days, you can expect some pretty intense downpours and thunderstorms. And on the back edge of that system through southern France into Corsica and Sardinia, some very strong and gusty winds as well.